What is crackin', bowlers? Chris Beans here with Bowlers Rant, bringing you 2 new updates from Hammer Bowling. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and turn on those notifications. Okay, there were a slew of announcements too from Hammer Bowling coming stateside. Let's get into this right now. Over to the interwebs. What are we talking about here? What's going on? Well, what we're talking about today is the Hammer Purple Solid Reactive and the 3D Offset Attack. Ooh, we've got one solid, one asymmetric pearl, and all of the details are coming right now. So first and foremost, usually I start with the asymmetric stuff. I'm going to give a little love to the symmetrical stuff here. Why? Because the purple hammer is something that everybody knows. It's a legendary ball. Well, guess what? We now have a reactive version of this ball. I repeat, we have a reactive version of this ball, and it's a solid, okay? Because remember, the purple hammer, a lot of people think it's a solid urethane. It's actually pearl urethane. Some people don't know that, but I digress. So there's a whole bunch of word salad here, but here's the bottom line. It's still a two-piece ball, and it has the LED core that everybody comes to love. The only big difference here is that the RG numbers are a little bit different, and it's a reactive resin ball, okay? So they're saying the core is the exact same as the urethane model. However, the numbers are different due to the density of reactive shell versus urethane. Raises the differential, creates more flare, producing a stronger, more angular back-end motion. Okay, and so they're saying the purple solid reactive will be used for bowlers who find urethane too weak when others are scoring with it, and high rev players will love across a wide range of conditions. Translation to me, this is a tour ball. This is a control ball, and this is going to fit right up against something like an IQ Tour if you're in the Brunswick family, which is great because everybody loves stuff like that, right? So when you look at the spec sheet, it's pretty straightforward. They're calling this just a reactive solid cover stock. So I don't even know what that means. Like what kind of cover stock did they put on? So they're just calling it reactive. Comes at a finish of 500 and 1500 CA Air micropad, LED core. Obviously, it's purple. The numbers 2.56 RG with an 027 differential. So high RG, low differential. Again, this is in that tour ball category where you have the 027s, 029s, 030s. The real question is going to be, how strong are the additives in the cover? What kind of reaction you get? And I'm guessing this is your prototypical benchmark tour ball that you can use on a variety of sport and house conditions. And it should make a lot of people very happy, especially two-handers. All right, next up, the big daddy on this release list is the 3D Offset Attack. Okay, so the other one was a pearl, just to be clear. The other one was a sanded pearl. And I want to pull that up real quick just to kind of, have a comparison. So, here it is. This is the old one. It was a Pro Reactive, but it came sanded, okay? And, we have some differences here because this cover stock was Neoflex 25. Well, what's the new one? The new one is the big story here is this Hyperkinetic 22 base. So Brunswick is basically marketing the heck out of this with a lot of their brands, saying this is their new big base cover that we saw in the Defender. I think it's in one of the Columbia balls. It's now here in the 3D Offset Attack. So the way I interpret this is Hyperkinetic 22 base, NeoFlip 25 additive package. Man, if only we didn't need to get more complicated, as if bowling wasn't complicated enough. Again, I digress. So let's go through the spec sheet. This ball has the HK22 NeoFlip 25 cover stock, has the high rev offset core. The color, vibrant blue and navy. It's a pearl, and it comes at a finish of 500, 1000, 1500 CR microfad with crown factory compounds. So 3 different stages of sanding and some shine. They're saying this is designed for medium to heavy oil, which is interesting because it's a pearl, and a lot, if you're a stroker, you're not going to use this in medium heavy oil. Otherwise, it's just going to sail. And the numbers at 15 pounds, 2.489 RG with a 0.053 differential to 0.008 asymmetric differential. So this is barely asymmetric. This is that usable asymmetric. Anything from 0.08 to 0.0008 to 0.015 to me is that sweet spot for versatility of an asymmetric ball. So barely asymmetric, but this is something that's going to give you a skid snap reaction, okay, is what I'm interpreting, because it has some shine and should move quickly off the friction, okay? So length with aggressive back end. Who's that going to make happy? This is, if you have this ball, but you need something to go longer, but you like the motion, you just pair this with it. You would basically treat this almost like a solid, and you move to the attack when you need more skid snap. If you're a stroker, you're going to want to do a pin up to lay out. Keep your valve 40 degrees or less and give yourself a little bit of room on the drill angle, right? 65 is a good number. The two-handers, however, might have a love-hate relationship with this, okay? Because it depends on how strong the cover is, and if there's a stronger footprint in the lane, you might get some over/under, and if you're going to scuff it, well, then what's the point if you already own one of these? Unless if you're going to keep maybe one of them at 800 and the other get 2,000, then you might like that. Just going to have to manage your two-handed layout. So that's what we got for today. Of course, universal release date for these balls will be included in the description. And if you want to know more about these balls and where you can pick them up, I've got links in the description where you can pick these up on bolusmart.com. Ooh, a lot of great information there. So what do you think about these balls? Do you like the purple solid reactive? And what do you think of the hammer offset attack? 3D offset attack. If you're going to get one, what layout would you go with? Drop me a comment. Let me know. Let's continue the conversation. More updates are coming. And until then, bowl well.